guys, hello. We are working on 4.4, today. That's rate and unit rate. Okay, so continuing our idea of ratios into a more application focus. So make sure you have those notes in front of you. You're ready to go. Let's get started. Okay, so rate and unit rate. It's like a rate is how often something kind of occurs, if you think about that. I'm trying to think of an example. So like rate, if someone charges their hourly rate, that's how much, like if you hire them, that's how much they're gonna charge you per hour. So like if it's a $10 rate, they're gonna charge you $10 for every hour, and then that's gonna stay the same. So $10, 1 hour, $20, 2 hours, right? And then a unit rate is when we use miles per hour. They're not necessarily the same thing, okay? So a rate, well, let's start with our I can statement. It's just I can compute rate and unit rate, okay? So a rate is a ratio of two quantities using different units. So they charge you $50 for 4 hours of work. Okay, hours and dollars are different units, okay? But a unit rate compares a quantity of one unit to another quantity. So if you can run, let's do driving, okay? You drive 60 miles in 2 hours, okay? That would be 30 miles in 1 hour. So since it's to 1 hour, that would be a unit rate, okay? So in this example, it says you pay $350 for every 1/4 ounce of gold, okay? So the rate is 350 to 1 ounce, or 1/4 ounce, sorry. Okay, so to find the unit rate, I want to keep my ratio the same, but I want to know how much is it for 1 ounce. So our unit rate needs to always have a 1 as one of the numbers in the ratio, okay? So up here on this little diagram, we see that we have $350 for 1/4 ounce, okay? So if I want to add another 1/4 of an ounce, which right now would be 2/4, I need to add another $350, right? The ratio stays the same. For every 1/4 ounce, you add 350, okay? I'll scooch him down a little bit. So then if I add another 1/4 ounce, I have to add another $350. So right now we have 3/4 of an ounce. Then again, I add 1/4 of an ounce, I add $350. So that gives us 4/4 of an ounce, which 4/4 makes 1 whole. Okay, so when I add all of these together, it gives me 1 ounce. So to figure out the cost, I have to add these together. So this is going to be 700 plus 700. It's going to give me $1,400. Okay, so the unit rate is $1,400 to 1 ounce. We also might say, write that as $1,400 per ounce. Okay. All right, so another way to see it is that you have your rate of A units to B units, but then to find the unit rate, you're going to take A divided by B with those units, so whatever it is, to one of the B thing, okay? So I'll show you what that looks like. So here it says, a nutrition label shows that every 1/4 cup of tuna has 1/2 gram of fat. So let's write our rate. We want to know what is the rate of tuna to grams of fat. Okay, so there is 1/2 cup of tuna, so 1/2 to, 1/4 cup of tuna. To 1/2 gram of fat. Okay, we got that from here. So then our unit rate is how many grams of fat are there in 1 cup of tuna. Okay. So I want to have 1 on that side. Okay. So I know that it takes 4/4 to make 1 whole. Okay. So to go from 1/4 cup to 1 whole cup, I'm going to multiply by 4. Okay. So 4 times 1 is 4. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 4 is 4. Over 2 times 1 is 2. Okay. So since 4 divided by 4 is 1, it takes 1 cup, which is our question. That's what we're looking for. And then 4 divided by 2 would be 2 grams of fat. Okay. So there's 2 grams of fat in every 1 cup of tuna. Okay. I'll do an example from the practice with you. So let's flip over to the practice. Okay, so these all say find the unit rate, right? We're looking for the unit rate every time. Okay. When you are finding unit rate, you have to figure out which makes more sense, right? So if we're looking at this 360 miles in 6 hours, does it make sense to figure out how long does it take to go 1 mile? Or how many miles can you go in 1 hour? Right? And when you're on the road and it says 45 mph, that's miles per hour. So we want to find 1 hour. Okay? So sometimes you have to think through it. Or on this one, $1.25 for 5 gumballs. Does it make more sense to figure out how many gumballs can you buy for $1 or how much does each gumball cost? So sometimes they're a little tricky, okay? So my rate here is 360 miles in 6 hours, okay? To find my unit rate, I'm going to take my A units divided by my B units, so divided by 6, okay? 360 divided by 6 is 60, okay? 6 divided by 6 is 1, so we want 60 miles in 1 hour, 60 miles per hour, okay? Let me show you Level 3, the last example. Okay, I'll start you on 1. Let's do 2 kinds. Let's do one where we find the price for 1 ounce, and then one where we do the number of ounces for $1. Okay? And we'll use the example for an 84-ounce box of crackers for $14.59. Shopping at Sam's or Costco here. It's a large box of crackers. Okay? So, my rate is $14.59 for 84 ounces. So if I'm finding my unit rate as per ounce, I'm going to divide by 84. Got my calculator. So I'm going to take 14.59 divided by 84. And since we're dealing with money, we're going to round it to 2 decimal places. So 0.17 for 1 ounce. Okay. So let's do it the other way. Let's see how many ounces can you get for $1. So if I have 84 ounces, my cost, I'm going to divide by my number, my cost. Okay, and so you can get 5.75 ounces for $1, which kind of makes sense, but since it's already in a box, right, you can't just buy part of that box. They don't let you do that. So it makes more sense to calculate price per ounce, okay? I know that's kind of confusing. But sometimes you just gotta think through, does it make more sense to find one of this unit or one of this unit, okay? And it tells us in the instructions, you're finding which one is cheaper per ounce. So you wanna know the unit rate in terms of 1 ounce, okay? So there's for the $84 box. I'll have you do the 50-ounce box on your own and then compare them. All right, good luck, have fun.